you don't know me, I'm Zero. I've been doing content creation for over 10 years. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you clicked on this video theme like, what's the method of making your first 10? This isn't the video for you. And I'm gonna just tell y'all this right now. It takes time to make your first 10. You're not gonna just go to bed after watching this video and damn, I got $10,000 in my bank account, $10,000 under my pillow. That's just not how life works. Making your first 10 is not gonna be a slap on the wrist, slap on the hand, slap on the butt, you feel me? It's not gonna be that. Making your first 10, I'm not gonna lie, this shit takes time. It's difficult, yeah, it's challenging. It'll make you wanna quit. And there was times that like, damn, I'm working hard as hell. I'm not spending anything because I'm disciplined, but I will also reward myself. I wanna live the rest of my life being disciplined and rewarding myself with some form of budget. I wanna get to the point where I got like fuck you money. Not necessarily like fuck you, like fuck it. I got the money to do something. I want this shit, I'm gonna go get this shit. And that's actually how I live right now, you feel me? I'm disciplined to enough, like, oh yeah, if I want this, I stack so much money. I make sure I stack overboard like twice as much before I go buy something. And if I'm buying something really expensive, I make sure I handle all my needs before even purchasing something so expensive. The truth is, I made my first 10 at the age of 17, but I've had some form of income since the age of 14. And within that, I was disciplined enough to save a lot of my money. Most of the time I would save like 95 to 100% of the currency that I had coming in. And I'm gonna be honest, that shit not easy whatsoever. Saving 90 to 100% of your income that's coming in is difficult. It was difficult for me at a young age, but you gotta have an end goal. You gotta be working and grinding for a reason. You gotta have a purpose. You guys gotta figure out what's the purpose of me saving up my first 10,000. You know, if you don't have a purpose at this point, it's really useless. I knew my purpose. I knew what I wanted. When I get to my sophomore year, I was like, oh yeah, I want a Mustang GT. And by the time I turned 18th, I got my Mustang GT just off being disciplined and staying to it, staying dedicated, and knowing the long-term end goal that I wanted to accomplish. Number one thing I would say is you need to have a purpose. And you need to find what that purpose is to see what's gonna evolve around the purpose. If it's cutting loose of friends, cutting loose of those negative thoughts that you got in your head, and finding that purpose. 2, make sure you make that first 10,000 in the end goal. Grinding without a purpose is only gonna cause lack of motivation. You're not gonna know what are you working for? What are you working towards? If you don't know the end goal, grinding is honestly pointless. And it's gonna cause you not to put any time within making your first 10,000. It's gonna cause you to be laid back, be lazy, thinking it's gonna be handed to you. It's not. Let's be realistic, it's not. My personal form of motivation and purpose was buying my first car. I know a lot of people can relate. It's not easy to buy your first car. It's not easy to stack all that money. And sometimes people have some form of resources to help them out with them buying their first car. Me personally, I didn't. I was all alone. I knew what I wanted, and I knew that I couldn't just sit on my ass and wait for somebody to pick me up, because it doesn't work like that. So I got out there, and I was making money, stacking money, and just being disciplined with myself and my end goal. If you're watching this video, just know anything is possible. If you have any form of self-doubt, bro, just knock it out. Just knock it out. You can do it. Trust me. Keep God first, and any and everything in this world is achievable. And I want to tell myself, like, thank you, nigga. Thank you for being consistent. Thank you for being able to continue on going. Thank you. I want to say thank you now, because I know in the future, I know I'm gonna come back and look at my old videos and be like, damn, I really came this far from just, from just speaking the truth. I want to say this right now, little bro. If you focus on females, I want to say this to you too, little girl. Should I say little girl? You're probably older than me and shit. Let's just say to all that's watching, that seem more so respectful, kind of cool. But once you hit that 10K mark, I want you to invest in some form of assets, unless your 10K mark just decided on like, oh yeah, I'm about to finally buy this. But once you're like, you feel me? Once you stop fucking around and spending money on dumb shit, I want y'all to invest in some form of assets that's gonna build some form of generational wealth. Me personally, I've been investing more so in myself and then other assets, but you gotta think long term. If If I'm investing in myself, why am I investing in myself? I always have reasons behind why I'm doing something. So I just need y'all to like find a reason to invest in something. No cap. But like this shit means nothing. Like money comes and go, and anything you're buying is some form of materialistic thing. I would say a house is some form of materialistic thing, you know, a camera, some form of gaming console. Anything you're buying is materialistic. So shit comes and goes, but just spend your money in the right way. Me personally, I don't blow money on dumb stuff. I know a lot of people do, but it's just like, where is that gonna get you? Invest in yourself, invest in something that's gonna bring some form of generational wealth. I don't have no form of motivation whatsoever from anybody. Like nobody's gonna be a helping hand for me. So I know like I gotta get out there and I gotta go chase my dreams, chase what I want to achieve in life. And if that takes stacking hella money and spending the money on some shit that's gonna be beneficial for me in the long run, that's the type of time I'm on. That's the type of time I'm on. And nigga, it's just life. Like, yeah, everybody's chasing something that they want to achieve in life. But I wouldn't say working for the man is an end goal for me, you know? I can't, like, that can't be for me. It's not in my mind. I always told myself, since my sophomore year, I was like, oh yeah, I want this car. But I always told myself, like, nigga, I'm not going to college for this reason. I want to do YouTube. So, bro, find that goal. Y'all gotta have goals. It's 10K. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna be very stressful, but just keep in mind, y'all just keep going. Don't stop. And if you stop, what does that make you? Like, you're a quitter? I always tell myself, like, I do hella cardio. So when I get tired, I always keep in mind, like, I'm not tired. I ain't no bitch. Like, what? Like, how is this gonna benefit me? Me stopping right here as I'm exhausted, super tired. It's just a mental game. I always say, like, nigga, I ain't no bitch, keep going. And I ain't no bitch within his YouTube shit. Most of my videos ain't blow, but I'm gonna continue to work. And that's just the way of life. You gotta continue going. Some shit won't pop off, but next moment, everything's popping off. Why is everything popping off? Because you kept to it, you kept going. Grinding is the key to life. You gotta keep going. Consistency. To sum up making your first 10,000, I would say some form of income, the purpose, the end goal. That's all I needed. There was days I was not motivated whatsoever, and that's life. It happens. But you gotta just keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. You quit now, you're gonna end up like everybody else, clocking in, stressing, paycheck to paycheck, living a life that you know you never wanted to live in the end time, but that's just the way it played out. You quit. So make sure you don't quit. Keep going. And I'm gonna always tell myself, keep going. This shit, you feel me? You see the niggas with money, you feel as if like, damn, they lucky. How'd they happen? It happened overnight? No, it doesn't work like that. Niggas not gonna tell you like, okay, I worked this fucking hard. But when you do ask them like, what do you do? What can I do to be in the position you're in? They ain't gonna say consistency. That's all it takes. Consistency. It's easier said than done. And I say I'm gonna be consistent, and I go watch Netflix. Go watch Netflix all day. That shit, it's not gonna work out in the long term. So that's not my path, and that's not my way of living. I already know what I gotta do. I know I gotta get up and vlog every day. Y'all gotta just figure out what y'all gotta do. You feel me? I already made my first 10. It's you guys now. Anybody can do it. It's your chance. Get up, grind. If you guys made it to the end of today's video, you guys make sure you guys hit that like button before closing off this video, and just take some form of advice. Like, find your purpose. I wouldn't say it's easy to make your first 10,000. You just gotta be disciplined. Once you find that purpose, and that purpose is really meaningful to you, that's gonna be like, it's gonna be easy to achieve something with a purpose and an end goal. But if you guys made it to the end of today's video, can you guys drop that like button? It's some form of support to me, and it's gonna help out my channel a lot. But with that being said, sight, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love.
I will be one of the greatest, that is a vow, yeah, that is a promise.